son. Where'd you find this?
He has been told he doesn't belong in the industry. He has been told that he doesn't have the knowledge of the podcasting community. But pound for pound, this guy is a heavy hitter. This is the Drew Bille Show. And without further ado, your host, the man, the myth, the legend, Drew Bille.
Welcome back to that show, the Drew Bille Show. We're back again with these two handsome men. Just love them to death. I believe it looks a hell of a lot better than it did on Friday, fellas. How are we doing tonight, though?
Sounds good. Looks good. I mean,
you guys look fucking high def, beautiful.
I got a little burnt today out in the sun, but you know,
got a little sun in my beard. Looks like it grew an inch overnight. So let's get on with the show.
All right. But so first thing here, we got me and Josh have talked about it all week. Eric, I don't know if you saw it as well, but Matt Canada coming back as the offense coordinator for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Josh, you being a fellow Steeler fan, how do you feel about this?
So let's put it this way. When I start my Madden franchise, the first thing I do is get rid of Matt Canada. So there's your answer to that one. I think I call better plays than he does at this point. So I know he had a lot of flack for it. He did do a decent job down the stretch. Looked like he gave Kenny a little more freedom in the offense, but I think, in my opinion, maybe it switches. No, a fucking switch is definitely needed.
Okay. Eric, what do you think? I know you being a Raiders fan, but what do you think here?
I think it's good news. Good news for everyone else in the league. You know, keep the Steelers under wraps for another year. Make sure they don't do anything too crazy. You know,
right?
Win 7-8.
Yeah, they still had a winning record with the bad OC.
Well, the way you guys talk about it, I thought they won like 15 games, but maybe I'm.
Hey man, you start a rookie QB and at one point you're 2-6 and you go 7-2 down the stretch.
All I've heard the last couple of weeks is
any
pick it was the next coming. So
hey man, shit.
Don't go back on your word now.
I'm not, but I will say he's the second coming. But you're gonna talk shit on a team that had every offensive weapon possible and still shit to bed. So it's all right.
Right.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
Hey,
no,
sitting at home with the boys.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, you know, I personally think that they need to get him the fuck out of town. They finished 23rd again. This ranked offense. 2 years in a row. I don't think we've ever been the same ever since Bruce Arians left. It's just a fucking disaster. And I personally think if we don't get him the fuck out of there, he ruined Najee Harris's rookie season, I felt. I mean, he still put up decent numbers, Josh, but Ben's last season he fucked over. I'll never forget, they were down at the goal line and they did the it was actually a good fucking play that he actually ran. The jet sweep on the end at the goal line. And I thought right then and there, that play just saves his job. It was I forget who the fuck they were playing, but
the last game of the year, right? He ran it with Hayward.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that play may have saved his, at least made him bottom one more year. I wouldn't say saved his career.
Right.
But it's just, you can tell. I think Kenny kind of it looked, I'm gonna be honest, it looked like Kenny pulled a Big Ben when they started to run the hurry up offense late in the game. Like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go do my thing.
Right.
So he's got the weapons, he's got the talent. I say just let him fucking go. Yeah. Go find somebody else. You can find somebody else. Shit.
Yeah, no,
Pretty simple game.
Yeah, I would be okay with Byron Leftwich coming in. I don't know how you feel about that, but that would be kind of cool.
I mean, he was the understudy of the GOAT the last couple of years, so I'm okay with that. I mean, I would love that.
Right. Eric, I see
Byron Leftwich being a Pittsburgh guy at one point too, so.
Right. Eric, I see a little distaste over there.
Nah, I don't like it. I don't like it. They couldn't run the ball at all this year. I know, and I mean they won. I know they won the Super Bowl last year, but they had probably the best offensive line in the league last year down there in Tampa. They ran the ball, they protected Brady, and then all of a sudden this year they couldn't run the ball, couldn't really score all that much.
They did have some injuries on that O-line, if I'm not mistaken, correct? Early on,
they did, But I don't know. The Bucs did like a 180. Like they've been trapped all year, and that's why when we talk later about like the playoffs and things like that,
right?
That's why I picked the Cowboys last week, because it's like sometimes you got to call a spade. You know what I mean? Like if you're playing like shit for 17 games, maybe you're just not that good. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Right. We'll get back. We'll get into that in a little bit here, but because I already got my blood flowing about Brady's performance. But anyways, DeAndre Hopkins. Do you think he stays with the Cardinals?
I don't know.
It wouldn't make fucking sense.
No, I mean, he can still deliver, right? He's still a really good receiver. I think the Cardinals got to think about what direction they want to go. You know what I mean? Like, to me, the Cardinals are not one or two moves away from being a Super Bowl contender, right? So to me, it's like being in that middle ground is the worst place to be, because you can't really win, but you're also not getting real high draft picks where you can pick up really good players. So to me, I think I don't know. I don't think it makes sense really to keep him. I know he's a great receiver and he's a good building piece, but they're just too far away, personally, I think, for them to, okay, let's get another edge rusher, let's get somebody else, and let's go at the Super Bowl. Like they're just not there yet. You know what I mean? Yeah,
and you got a semi-quarterback, good quarterback at back there. So I don't like Kyler Murray. I'm not impressed by him. How do you guys feel about him?
Well, let's say this: he's not going to play next year because of that ACL surgery. So, and plus he's your franchise quarterback. You pretty much made him quit playing baseball. You made him quit playing baseball so he can play football. Then you gave him all this money. Like, I'd be surprised if he takes a snap next year, just for the fact that they want to make sure he is healthy, because he is elusive. When he's on, he's on. He's a hell of an athlete. He's a pretty good quarterback. But I think next year is a straight up tank for them. I don't think, my buddy James Conner is going to wear the brunt of that one. But they do have some young players, but they're going to need to trade. They're going to need to try and stock up draft picks, and I think they're in the rebuild stage. I think they've getting rid of Kingsbury and getting rid of or talking about if they do get rid of D-Hop kind of puts them in a rebuild situation right there.
Yeah, no, I would agree. And just so you know, he is under contract until 2024 with a $30 million cap hit. So that kind of maybe plays a fucking role too.
You're talking about D-Hop, or are you talking about Kyler Murray?
D-Hop, if he would opt out, or they trade him away or whatever the hell.
Yeah, that's a good chunk of money, obviously.
Right.
But for somebody who thinks that they're one piece away on offense, I feel like it could make sense.
Yeah. No. The other thing here, boys, is this is very interesting. I think a lot of people, I don't want to bring it up again, Josh, because I think you were embarrassed by your comment about Aaron Rodgers. But he doesn't he doesn't want to comment what he's planning on doing next year. But he does know he wants to try to win another MVP award. What the fuck do you think about that?
Well, I'll say this: if he wants to win another MVP award, he's going to have to play football again. So
right. I get that.
That's just science. I mean,
right.
That's just But I think I do agree with him, though. I don't know about MVP, but if he's put in a better situation, I think he can definitely put up numbers still. I think there's a lot of teams, and my squad being one of them, where you plug him in and he's in a really good spot, has chemistry already with Devontae Adams and all that good stuff. But I don't know. He just seems – him and Brady just seemed out of it. I know, Drew, me and you talked about it a while back about how I said if things keep going how they are, I can see them both retiring. Right. They just when you're not winning, the game's not as fun. Nothing's as fun. Like, I don't have fun when I'm not winning. It makes the game less interesting. You don't want to be there. All the work you're putting in doesn't feel like it's paying off as much. So we'll see if he decides to come back. If he does come back, I could see the Packers trying to move him or do something, because they're not going to be any good again. I mean, they just don't have it. They don't have the pieces.
Yeah.
But they are young. They are very young at the wide receiver core, and I think Rodgers is a very intimidating individual and also kind of a dickhead at times to younger guys. I feel like you got to earn your keep with him. Right. So, if he wants to stick it out at Lambeau, maybe get a couple other pieces for to protect him, but he's got two very young receivers that will more than likely be pretty damn good in the NFL. It's just a matter. I mean, he doesn't have all the time.
He doesn't have time on his side though, right? Like he doesn't.
Old.
He doesn't. He's got like maybe even if he switches teams, I'm saying max 2 years max. So like, is he going to sit around for a year of a rebuild, or you know what I mean?
I would consider even this year potentially being their like quote unquote rebuild, because you had to plug guys in to try and take over for Devontae, and not saying they did, but I think they learned that they don't need that X factor receiver. Like he still put up decent numbers. It wasn't anything like his MVP years, but he still got them within one win of the postseason with a bunch of fucking rookies and no names. So
yeah, but that's they're not. I mean, they have to get a bunch of new people. Like you think that team's gonna come back out next year and just be good just because they had a year? Like I mean, they weren't even 500. You know what I mean?
I think those rookie receivers that they took throughout the draft, a year of experience, a year of being not just at training camp, as Rodgers did a Rodgers thing again. He didn't show up for training camp or on time. But I think if he shows up, I mean, they spent a whole year with him. They learn the playbook. They learn the system. They keep the same coordinators and keep the same system. I potentially think that could be a pretty damn good team. And not just Rodgers for Rodgers' sake, but for those two going down the stretch, those receivers, I think they could put up decent numbers and be quality receivers in the NFL.
I think they should have a team field trip down to the Virgin Islands, get down there, take the whole fucking team and smoke some of that whatever the fuck he did down there. I think, K-Bodie or whatever the fuck it's called. And I think they can, play with the gems like Josh touched on and sing Kumbaya. And Blue Earth will be down there playing the fucking little beats with the drums with the little, I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say.
Tambourine.
Yeah, tambourine down there with the sundress on, fucking shaking it around. I think they'll be okay if they do that. But the team needs to pay for it. But I don't see them doing that. Because
let me ask you this, Mr. Billy. Let me ask you this. So you have the Vikings this year, right? They're whatever they were, 13-4, whatever they were. Yep. I think they fall back a little bit. Like they're not winning 13 games again next year. I agree with that. But I think the Lions are better than the Packers next year. Like I think the Lions look, as the season went on, like their last 10 games or so, they look really good. Like they looked like a team to be reckoned with, you know what I mean? And I think the Packers are the third best in their division, just right off the rip. So I think it'd be a tough play for them to make the playoffs next year. I mean, they'd have to win their division probably because the wild card will probably be somewhere around 10 wins. I don't think they can get – I mean, I don't know. I'd be surprised if they made the playoffs next year, though.
I really think Kirk Cousins is not going to be on the Vikings next year.
No, I don't think so either.
I don't. I think he's going to turn into Joe Flacco and just be a backup. I don't. I think he's lost his job. I don't think.
Since we're on the Kirk topic right now.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
I don't. Somebody's got to explain to me why he threw it 4 yards on 4th and 8 with the season on the line. That was the most bizarre, like the worst thing I've ever like. I just couldn't believe it. Like the game's on the line. I don't know if you saw it. It was 4th and 8.
I did
watch that live. Yes.
I mean, he threw a 4-yard out to a guy who's completely covered. Guy gets 4 yards, game's over. It's like, dude.
Well, we also talked about if he could have ran the ball for the first down. Did you see the lane they showed afterwards? It was wild.
I would have rather seen him just throw it up in the air for somebody to try to like. That's literally you have no chance.
Fuck it, Jets is down there. Fuck it, just
anything.
See what happens.
Anything.
I think if it was on Madden, the guy would have trucked him and got the first down. But I think Kirk needs to get out of this. Isn't a video game. This is real life. I would like, he's done. He's fucking done. I'd rather get sacked. Just fucking take the sack. It just looked like, I don't know. It looked like he didn't know what the fuck he was. It was like that last year. He's
shaving points. Yeah, exactly. But I think Kirk's shaving points, bro. I think he's shaving points.
Yeah. Well, his hoochie's probably down there at the gambling table. Hey, Kirk, I threw some money on you. You need to fucking shave some points there. Yeah.
You need to throw this 4-yard out with 3 seconds left to hope to God we lose the game. Okay, gotcha, honey.
Right. Another thing I want to touch on, and listen, if you're at this point of the episode and you're like, "Where's the fieriness? It's coming?" I'm building it up. Okay, it's so why do you guys have any fucking idea why the Los Angeles Chargers fired their offense coordinator, Joe Lombardi? I really don't think he's the product to the issues. Josh, we did touch on this earlier.
Yeah.
I want Brandon Staley out of that office. He's fucking terrible. He's trash. He goes for it on fourth down in the worst fucking situations, and then he gets to the playoffs and he fucking chokes. I mean, I'm sorry. And then they want to blame Justin Herbert. Fuck that. Yeah. He's trash.
I mean, Stanley should go.
Yeah.
Just being a Raiders fan for so long, like it seems like the Chargers always have talent, but they can't figure out how to win games. Like they always lose games. Like, and that playoff game was just ridiculous. Like
they should have won that game.
I wish I would have put like at least 10 bucks or something on them when they were losing. Because I mean, we were even texting. We were texting the group. I said, like this is still a game. Like it was like 31-14 or something, whatever it was. I can't remember what it was, but they love blowing games. Like they love blowing games at the end, and they've been doing it for years. Like this ain't the first time they've done it. I mean,
no, dude. In 2010, they had the number one offense and defense, and they made the postseason. Somebody explain how the
they did do something like that. It was like they're like top 5 in both or something. Yeah,
they had. I just want to list off some players here, and I have close friends that are Charger fans, and I'm going to piss them off, and I don't give a fuck. They had LT, they had Drew Brees at one point, they had Antonio Gates. They had all the weapons. The Steelers did fuck them up in the AFC championships and in the AFC playoffs and shit. But I'm just saying, they've never been able to get over the hump. And I think Drew Brees got out there and said, fuck this, I'm going to the Saints. I think he knew long ago that this organization's shit. I'm sorry.
they're the chokers of the NFL, man. Like, how the fuck do you lose that game when fucking Trevor Lawrence throws 4 interceptions in the first half and you have a 24-0 lead? How?
Yeah,
like you could go 11-0 and still have trouble fucking losing that game.
Yeah,
I gotta say, I think you learned a lot about Trevor Lawrence in that game. Like, dude, mentally, you throw 4 picks in the first half of a playoff game, and then the second half, you're like, all right, reset. Like, let's just go one possession at a time. Like, get some touchdowns, get it rolling. And he played a really good second half, and mentally, dude, that's tough. Like, think about just whatever sport you're in, just shit in the bed for an entire half. Like, you couldn't play much worse in the first half. Like, couldn't have played much worse. And he came out and played really well in the second half. So I don't think they're going to win next week, but at least they made it to another week.
Hey, you want to know why he won? Because Finger Guns wasn't on the fucking sidelines over there.
I agree with that.
Kicking the goddamn kicker too. And the best part is he took the team to Waffle House afterward. That's a fucking classy move.
I got one right outside. I might end up sneaking out there tonight and get some food.
Hey, listen, man. Listen, you get the All-Star Sampler and you get 2 waffles, 1 chocolate, 1 peanut butter. Bam. Game over.
What's wrong with you? But
I mean, that sounds like a fucking it sounds silly. But do you think he's Lombardi? But you think Joe Lombardi? Someone's going to pick him up. I don't think he's done. I mean, he's a Lombardi for fuck's sake. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Going nowhere. Yeah, fuck.
Right.
Maybe the Raiders will pick him up.
Oh, now that would be something. That would be
no. Sean McVay. He likes having his play calls and working the game. And
I didn't know where he was going to go with that, and I was.
Did you see mine? I was like,
I think he's doing some lines of stuff in the locker room before he comes out because that fucker's just his eyes are fucking beat and ready to fucking take on. He's not even playing the game. He's on the fucking sideline. There's a guy. I don't want to get off topic. There's a guy that gets paid $85,000 just to pull him off the fucking field so he doesn't get a penalty.
How do I get that, John?
Where do I try out for this? Where do I try
I don't
out?
know. I don't know.
I'll grab him by the fucking throat. Come here.
Can I? But another thing we got to touch on here, fellas, is I'm not trying to. I feel like every week we have a team that we pick on. We picked on the Raiders 2 weeks in a row, Eric. I apologize, but we're going to pick on the Chargers again. Do you think Joey Bosa Do you think Joey Bosa fucked the game up for them? Just being a fucking hothead jackass? Like, what the fuck's he doing? Like, I've never seen him act like that.
He definitely didn't help the situation. I mean, like a 15 yards is for a team that's struggling. That's fucking like that's a big play. Like,
right. Right.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Rick.
He like Josh said, it certainly didn't help him. You hate to put it on one play, but especially in that situation, like I know it's an emotional game and you're playing in the playoffs and you're in front of all these people, but at the end of the day, you have to keep your emotions in check. Like you just have to, whether you want to explode or you don't want to explode. But to me, it was more Jacksonville. That 4th and 1 call where they ended up Travis Etienne went around the outside for probably, 20, 25 yards, something like that.
Yeah.
That's
that was the play of the game. Like that was a great gutsy call. I love it. I love when coaches are more aggressive than sitting back, trying not to lose. That's right. What I saw all year. Like try to win the game, because quarterbacks and offenses, if you give them 2 minutes and a couple timeouts to go down and get a field goal, I mean, how often do you see that? You see that every damn time. So
right,
you got to be aggressive.
Yeah.
Just to add to it, I feel like, Josh, you and myself, if you didn't watch his press conference, he gets on there and he says he wants to say some things. Okay, so I'm like, oh, okay, he's gonna apologize, take accountability. No, he goes, I guarantee it. That's what they're fucking talking like in the back. Whatever power trip, I'm sick of those fucking people. So he's talking shit on the refs. Well, 100%. I just took a little snippet out of the quotes he was saying, so it might not make sense. But he was still fired up, and then they hit him with a $40,000 fine on top of that. So I mean, it kind of reminded me of Rodman a little bit, just saying, "Fuck it, I'm going to do what I want to do." And wow, I mean, just a fucking jackass. And then he also got that asshole to hit me up with 15 yards. What a loser! I don't know what like. Did he take something before the game? Like,
yeah. I mean,
you can't say that. Honestly. You can't say that. You just can't. You're a professional. I understand you're pissed.
I mean, I would.
I get. I mean, right, but you got 40K to pull out your ass and fucking alley-oop to the ref as he's walking by.
Yeah, right. Well, you could be like Mike Evans and give him a fucking autograph. That was real nice of him. I don't want to.
I remember that.
I don't want to piss some people off with that. Okay, the other beautiful thing here, fellas, is Antonio Brown's situation. How are we feeling about this? Did you guys see this?
Put his ass in prison.
Okay.
I mean, he obviously has something wrong with him, right? Like, he obviously has mental illness. Like, that's just.
I mean, he needs 24-hour care at this point.
I don't know how anyone could really deny that at this point. I mean,
I just want to comment, and Eric, I don't know if it was an episode by myself or with you in Chicago, Steve, but I'm going to be quite honest with everybody that's, either a Steeler fan or been following his fucking disaster, or just shitting on his legacy. After that hit against the Bengals, something fucking happened with his brain, with Perfect hitting him. And when he came after the Roonies, and then he came after Big Ben, the guy's fucking giving you all your success, basically. He's the one throwing you the ball. And then you go ahead and, put explicit videos and other shit on your Snapchat. Well, actually, he locked himself in the fucking house. Remember that whole fucking situation? And he beat the shit out of her. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Hey, let's not forget he threw a mattress out of his second floor window because at the movers because they put it in the wrong fucking room or something like that.
Well, let me refresh you guys about the short Raider stint that he had there.
You mean training camp with the Raiders?
Yeah. So he had the toe issue with, like, something happened where his toe was messed up because he had therapy. Frostbite on his toe, right?
Oh yeah.
And there's a bunch of other issues going on. Long story short, he was legitimately one day away from collecting. I think it was $30 million, like his guaranteed money. All he had to do was keep his mouth shut for one day. Couldn't do it. Says all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. Raiders release him, don't pay him anything, really.
Yeah. Like, remember the helmet issue too? Because he had it wasn't cleared by the NFL or some shit or whatever.
Right. And I mean, at the end of the day, when his time's done on this earth, and he dedicates his brain to CTE research, there's going to be something going on in it. Like, there's no way that there's not. Like, he's not mentally stable. And like I've said this before, if I don't know, maybe the Steelers, if this is true, got to give the Steelers a lot of props. If they kept him under wraps for all those years that he was there, if he was actually that insane prior to that hit, then they did a phenomenal job of keeping him under wraps because you didn't hear all that much about him going crazy before.
Can I say that? Can I just say something? I want to address this at 25 minutes into the show that Eric Matheson just gave a compliment to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, no, they still suck, but, it's all shit.
I thought we were turning the fucking page, and we're still –
we just fucking just closed the book. And
I mean, you had Big Ben, AB, and Le'Veon Bell on the same team. Those are some characters. So, hey, I'll give props.
I'm not falling for it. Next question.
What the fuck is going on with that? Hold on a minute. I got to be honest, though. I got to be honest, though. I really don't know how the Rooney family, if AB was fucking psychotic like he is right now, I don't know how they would have put up with that. I really don't. And I think it was really Tomlin. I think Tomlin said, hey, you need to keep your shit together, man. Or maybe Big Ben did.
Well, don't forget though, he got paid in the latter part of his career, time with the Steelers. Money changes a lot of people, especially we see it. It's like a normal thing. You get paid that X amount of money, man. You feel like you're unfucking touchable. Not to mention throwing there a traumatic head injury that he 100% had because Vontaze Buffett. I don't give a shit what anybody says. That motherfucker killed that man on the field.
He was dirty.
Yeah. But he was also a Raider. Put that out there. He did play as a Raider. And got suspended from football forever. But
it's just a classy act to have that kind of guy go to the Raiders, Eric. I'm just saying.
He learned from the best. Best.
Oh, this fucking.
I mean, what are we doing here? You can't take shots at the boys.
All right, I apologize. We'll get off topic here. We'll talk shit on the Cowboys because I enjoy doing that. I think you guys do as well. So, what do you think about you guys? I believe watched the game as well because I think we were texting. Brett. Mayer. I don't know how to pronounce the fucking name. The kicker for
the kicker that will not be on the roster come Sunday.
Yeah, what the hell do you think was going on with him though? He only missed 2 field goals and then he misses 4 in a row. What the fuck?
Hey man, I don't give a shit if they were winning or winning. They were barely winning or winning big. When the lights come on in the postseason, different people come out.
I mean, he's about to lose his job because they're signing up the kicker from their practice squad. They're going to bring him up and start. I think it's going to be a competition this week to see who's kicking the fucking ball.
I mean, at the end of the day, man, it's a business, bro.
What would be more Cowboys, though, than the Cowboys to be, down around the 30 or wherever they're at the end of the game next week in San Francisco, a chance to win, move on, and they just blow a field goal. That's such a Cowboys thing to do. I can see
at this point, dude. At this point, Jerry Jones isn't sending out his starter either because he might hit the fucking long snapper in the ass.
Right.
Right. I'm going for it. I'm never kicking another field goal ever again. You can kick off.
Tough. Dude, that's tough to do as a professional kicker, miss 4 extra points in a row. That's tough to do.
And they weren't close.
No. I mean, I do like how CeeDee Lamb was picking him up on the sideline. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. But
yes.
He's like, we're with you, we trust you, blah, 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 So who knows? Maybe he can get back on track, but confidence is a hell of a thing. If you don't have it, you're in some trouble.
Dude,
you want to know what was going on?
Well, CD was picking him up, and then every time they scored, Dak fucking spiked his helmet. Why can't we fucking go for 2?
Oh,
fucking go for 2. I'm like, just do it.
Right.
2-yard line, go for 2.
I do want to touch on though. Jerry's in the private suite up there. Okay. Fellas, who the fuck is that guy on the field right there? All right. Who the fuck is that guy on the field right there? And then, they say his name. Listen, I pay $25 million for these fucking cheerleaders to be at this game, and this is what the fuck this guy does on the fucking field. Get him the fuck out of here. All right. And then you know what Jerry did? Went in the closet with a hoochie, everything worked out. Brett, they met on Monday. They met on Tuesday, and everything worked out. Okay, so Brett, you might still have a job.
I bet Jerry Jones has done some just disgusting things. Well,
he probably took him to a steakhouse and treated him out and said, "Hey, God, maybe pedicure is done." He probably owns a steak. I mean, he probably owns the whole fucking state of Texas down there. I mean, everybody just loses their fucking mind when Dallas Cowboys or anywhere in the near area, they lose their fucking minds. So Jerry's basically the mayor of Dallas. So anyways here, fellas. So we got some trade possibilities that could happen in the offseason. I'm going to see if you guys agree with them or you might not agree with them. So the possibility we're seeing here is DeAndre Hopkins going to the Giants.
They definitely need a legacy. That'd be a good legacy.
They also didn't pick up Danny Dimes' 5th year. They never picked it up. So
okay.
Don't forget that. You can get all the receivers you want. You only got someone to throw him the football.
I think he sticks around, honestly. Especially now that they won a playoff game. And
he balled in that playoff.
Yeah, he played good. And he is sneaky athletic, like sneaky. He's quick. Like you do not like when I see him, I'm like, dude, you would think he runs like Tom Brady or something. He can take off.
He is. I'll tell you what, he's an ugly son of a bitch. He is.
Yeah, of course.
I thought Eli Manning was ugly. This fucker tops him.
Wow, that's tough. That's. I'll tell you what. Don't put that on him. Don't do that. Don't do that to him. But
I'm doing it.
I will say he did it. I will say his ears definitely pick up XM radio.
Oh.
He's got some freaking just.
Danny Dimes is taking him on the chin tonight, huh?
Okay, but seriously though, I do got to touch on this, and people that watch the show that do bet, if you did like alternate passing yards for him, and you did 200 plus yards, it would be in the pluses for most of the games this year, like high pluses. He wasn't breaking, and then all of a sudden he breaks 300 yards. Where the fuck did that come from?
That's playing against a really shitty Vikings defense.
Well, you're right on that. We did touch on that. I do want to
playing against 9 guys over there. When it's 11 on 9, someone's got to be open, right?
Yeah. Just to stop this little trade talk here. We were not able to get someone to do an Excel sheet. So do we know?
Shit! I don't know how to do that.
I do. Are you talking about for the playoff rankings and stuff?
Yeah, because I'm very concerned. I think I really fucked up this last week.
Well, let me just go through real quick. So I already have mine. I know that I got 5 out of 6 right.
Okay.
The one that I missed was the Giants game. But I can't remember all your guys' picks. You got Josh, you picked the Chiefs, or excuse me.
Yep.
Let me go back to Wild Card Weekend. You picked the 49ers or Seahawks?
I took the 49ers.
Niners. What about Jags, Chargers? You picked the Chargers?
Drew took the Chargers. I took the Jags.
I took the fucking Chargers.
You took the Bills, right?
Yep.
I think that was a sweep.
Yeah, Bills were a clean sweep.
Giants or Vikings?
I took the Giants. He took the Vikings.
Okay. Yeah, and then Bengals or Ravens?
I said the Ravens. I fucked up and said the Ravens.
I said the Bengals on that.
Josh, you got 4 points.
Okay.
Drew, what'd you get? You got 3, right?
Yeah.
So it's 5-4-3 right now.
Okay. 5-4-3. How'd you? Who did you take? Which one did you miss one or no?
The only one I missed was I picked the Vikings over the Giants.
Okay. I got that right.
I picked the Cowboys. I picked the Niners. I picked the Chiefs.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I took Tampa Bay too. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, 5-4-3. 5-4-3.
I'm fucking unbelievable.
If I'm not mistaken, what did you pick to go to the NFC Championship game?
Oh, look at this guy. I said the Vikings. You
did say the Vikings.
Wow. That offense is so explosive, but you can't stop Danny Dimes. I'm just gonna.
Here's a disclaimer we said long ago. If you read in the fine print of the podcast, you got to look really close. You might not see it. I am not responsible. I am not responsible for any money lost due to advice from the show. That's a disclaimer. So right there, you saw firsthand. If you're at this point in the episode, I didn't lose your fucking money. You did.
It says it right here. It actually says it right here. If you keep reading, if you do win, it's because of us. So,
and we get a portion,
and we get a little.
Yeah, donate it to the fucking show if you want shit on you fucking assholes. Anyways,
if you want to donate to the show.
All right. And the Bears trade number 1 overall pick to the Panthers. Would you see that happening, though? They fucking need a lot going on there in Chicago.
conversation with one of my teammates down here. I can see them. I can see the Ravens not bringing back Lamar, and them trading Justin Field to the Ravens because look at that offense and look how it's tailor-made for a mobile quarterback.
That would be great for the Steelers. I hope do it. Do that trade.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm sitting there thinking, so they're just going to let a former MVP walk, which is idiotic. I know he's had some injuries, but I don't know about that one. But then they trade Justin Fields to the Ravens and take a quarterback 1-1. I'm like, by all means, that might be the most bonehead play in the world, but go ahead.
It could be Eric, do you see any
I think,
flavor?
To me, the only way Chicago doesn't – so here's how I look at it. If they want to keep Justin Fields, then I think you can trade out of 1. If you don't trust or you don't want to go that route, then I think you stick at 1. But I think they like Justin Fields. I mean, he showed some good glimpses this year. I mean, you got to think about it. He doesn't have much around him. The O-line sucks. The defense sucks. That's fucking horrible. So, I mean, he played.
Who were his wide receivers?
I can't even name those fuckers. Claypool. That's all. Yeah, that's all that he got from us.
Bro, listen, I'm a Steeler fan. I thought Claypool would be the baby Megatron because all his shit added up in the combine. But good Lord, he's a fucking idiot.
It worked out for the Steelers though. That was a great fucking.
We got the 32nd overall pick for Chase Claypool. I was like, what else? Chicago, would you want to cook? You want to cook and give us a 3rd round pick? We'll give you.
He's too busy doing tic-tac dances with Juju still.
Tic-tac.
Those kids doing their tic-tac dances.
Or they're trying to hurry up to the ball and he's over there flexing on the guy going first down and the clock runs out.
But in the Steelers also made out too because Chicago, they said they're going to send, deep dish pizzas as well for a year to the Rooney family. So fuck it. I mean, it was great. I didn't see a loss in that.
Chicago got fleeced.
Personally, I don't see a loss.
Yeah, fleeced.
Jesus Christ.
I'd say Pittsburgh faithful, Pittsburgh Nation, we got it.
Right.
All
right. So here's the other thing we got here, fellas. Derek Carr gets traded to the Jets. Eric, I'm seeing it all over the fucking place.
Hey,
what do you think?
Was that last week or 2 weeks ago? I said
we
that.
said it again. Yeah.
I think that's a good
last week.
A good spot. I think Panthers are still a team to be watched, depending on what they do with. What'd you say?
Him and Zach Wilson are gonna hit up the town, baby. Watch out.
No, Derek's not that type of guy.
Oh yes, he is. He's a dirty motherfucker.
But hey, listen, Derek Carr ain't a guy that can play in cold weather. And last time I checked, New York's pretty fucking cold.
That's one thing New York's got to consider. That's true.
He ain't gonna win shit in New York.
He's a Cali boy. He's a little.
But he does. But if you look at that New York Jets team, they've got pieces too. They got Breece Hall, who's coming back after ACL, Grant's ACL. You have you have Garrett Wilson, who could potentially win Rookie of the Year on the offense. You have Sauce Gardner, who he is going to win the Defensive Rookie of the Year. Like you have a few tight ends there. Now, does Elijah Moore stay, or does he tell the OC to go fuck himself again? Who knows?
I mean, they got some pieces. I mean, I agree. They definitely got some pieces. Their defense is solid, really, really solid.
Very good front line, yes.
It's tough because it's extremely difficult to get like a top 12 to 15 quarterback, to really put yourself in a position where you can win playoff games. And, are they winning a Super Bowl next year? No. If they get Derek Carr, no. But can they make the playoffs? Yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean,
in that division, yeah.
We'll see. I think it's a solid move for him. I mean, at this point, you pretty much have tugged Zach Wilson around the entire fucking park, so you might as well just get rid of him. I mean,
tugged him. He's tugging himself, brother.
Well, maybe
he averaged 2.7 inches in a game. That's tough to do. That's bad.
Oh, I agree. Then that's what I'm saying. Like,
he's worried about his teammates' mom in the front row. Like,
you just got to make up your
mind. He's worrying about his offensive lineman's mother in the front row that he keeps winking at every time he throws an incomplete pass. Like,
yeah, but she's bad.
You want to know something?
He's bad.
They're both bad.
Do you know why the Jets did so well this year at home? Because all the players were worried about Zach Wilson taking their mom out for dinner. I'm serious.
I mean,
They're the whole night they're worried. Mom, where are you? You with Zach or are you in your hotel? He called me, but I said you didn't want me to talk to him. So
dude's a legend. Whether he plays another football game or not, dude's a legend.
He's a fucking douchebag. Anyways, Derek Carr though. Eric, I just want to be quite honest with you. The relationship with the Raiders was, I thought, okay. Good. You didn't really see anything in headlines. Maybe behind closed doors there was issues. Josh McDaniels comes in. I think that he was part of this fucking shit, pulling the plug that quick.
Oh, for sure.
I think McDaniels fucked over Carr big time.
He's a douchebag as well.
He's from New England, brother. What do you expect?
I hate it. The second they hired him, I hated it. I think Rich Bisaccia should have got another year. He went through some.
That dude is a Raider. Plus his gray ass mustache. Just give the keys to Vegas at this point.
He went through some bullshit last year and got that team to make the playoffs. Like he deserved.
He even had mob ties in Vegas.
He probably does, but
he definitely does. He's Italian, bro. He definitely got some shit out there.
Carr and the Raiders have been like this for the last 8 years, and then 1 year of McDaniels, and the whole relationship goes to shit. So obviously something was going on there. There was a press conference like maybe halfway through the year where Derek Carr was just like, basically like, I want to say a bunch of things, but I'm not going to say it. Like I'm going to take the high road. Yeah. Who knows what was going on, but I don't know. I did not want McDaniels there. It was a disaster this year.
Carr's not the guy that's going to come out and just bash anybody. And I respect him for that because there were a lot of times where he could have just been like, it's to everybody on the front office, but he took the high road, and I think that's going to keep his job, keep him. He'll have a job in the NFL because of that. I think if he would have just cussed out the front office and the ownership, it might have been tough for him to find another job.
He's a top 15 quarterback in the NFL. Like
I know, and I get that, but I'm not signing a guy that's going to bitch and complain about ownership.
Well,
that's not. No, I don't care. I don't care. I'm not going to
anyone anytime soon, so I don't think it matters.
What's that?
I said I don't think you're going to be signing any quarterbacks anytime soon.
No, I don't think. Probably not. But I'm just saying, I'm not going to bring somebody in that's supposed to lead my franchise that's going to bitch and complain.
Let's be honest. There's a long list of prima donnas and different people who are in these franchises, and whether it's NFL, NBA, and whatever it is, don't really matter. But he's not that guy, though. You know what I mean? He's never been that guy. He's always been the guy who's down to earth. He's always been the guy that takes the high road. He's always been the guy that says it's my fault. And then this year, I don't know, something happened. Obviously, something with McDaniels, and it's just a different relationship now. And that's why they're saying goodbye to each other.
I don't think they said goodbye to him.
No, I think it's back your stuff.
It didn't seem like it anyway.
Bye, Derek. Bye.
Yeah.
If I was a reporter,
hope you find your dad.
If I was a reporter in the press conference, though, in the front row, I'd be fucking, come on, Derek. Come on, just fucking say it, man. Say what you're feeling. It's done. You're done, man. You lost your job. Just fucking shred it. I want to hear what Davis is doing in his suite. Come on, give it.
It'll be interesting to hear once he goes to a team. It'll be interesting to hear what he says because they're going to ask him a bunch of Raider questions first, like they always do. They'll be like, hey,
but do we think he spills the beans though? Do we think he actually comes out and says it, or do we think he's, taking the high road and says, I'm only going to talk about the Jets, the Saints, or whatever fucking team.
Yeah, I bet he bites his tongue, and he's just going to say, I'm on a new team now. That's the past. Leave the past in the past, and let's move forward. But
respectable.
The high road. Yeah.
Fuck that shit. Low road's fun.
Yep, fucking right. So the Saints trade head coach Sean Payne to the Chargers. But they're keeping Staley. That's I've seen that all over again. Going to be the coach of the Chargers.
God, I
don't
not.
think so, man. I don't.
Really hope
if he goes,
Josh,
to
we
that
talked
team,
about it earlier too. Yep.
If he goes to that team turns into a juggernaut just for having a potential Hall of Fame coach.
Right.
I just don't think that happens. I really don't. Who are the Chargers going to send to the Saints to get fucking Sean Payton?
Austin Eckler.
No. I don't think it takes as much as you really think.
You got him and Kamara in the backfield? Holy shit.
Holy shit, is right.
That would be something.
We'll
And
take
Taysom
Austin
Hill.
Eckler. What do we call Taysom Hill, man? He ain't a quarterback. He ain't a running back. He's just there.
He's just doing stuff. He just does everything.
He does nothing to do with his hands, though, because when they throw him the ball, it hits him in the face.
He's gutsy. That's what he is. He's just a gutsy
He's
player.
gutsy.
Plays quarterback one possession, then he's a gunner on kick.
Dude, he's not a little guy. So when he hits those those DBs on fucking on special teams that aren't like really going to play in like offense or defense, they're just there because they're.
He got some power to him.
Yeah, he's a Mack truck that doesn't. I run this way hard and does his job.
Right. No, the other thing here, again, I think this could happen because the Falcons just seem to like not very athletic whites at quarterback ever since Mike Vick. I'm going to be quite honest with you. Brian.
Okay, hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. There's maybe one other guy that's ever been on the same level as Michael Vick when it comes to athleticism, and he's a Raven right now. You can't. That's
Cordell Stewart was pretty good too. You know.
Stop playing.
Like I'm a Steelers fan. I'm pretending like you didn't say that one. But like those two guys are aliens. Everybody else is an athlete.
Right. No, the Titans trade him to the Falcons. Ryan Tannehill.
They get him cheap.
I mean, it looks like shit for shit. Like here's shit. I'm gonna trade you shit, and then you get some shit, and then everybody has shit, and then Vrabel puts a chew in, and then everybody's fucking just chilling.
He lost with a chew-in, by the way. He lost with a chew-in in that playoff.
I got a lot of text messages about that. You fucking lied. I said, I'm sorry.
I texted you, too. I said, he's got it in. I'm like, it's game over. And then Trevor Lawrence waves his luscious locks and says to the Titans.
That was the battle of the locks.
It was.
They both got great hair. Great hair.
Yeah, I like Trevor's better, though.
Really?
I do.
I'm really impressed by him. I mean, he did come back, but we'll see. I'll tell you right now. You heard it here first, folks, because I know there's no other news source that's going to fucking say the amount of shit that's going to come out of this mouth. The Jaguars beat the Chiefs. I swear to fucking God. I will. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do.
Listen, I'll call and check on you. But
we can figure
do we
it out.
think it's actually –
Dougie P will win the Super Bowl. They beat the Chiefs. I think the Jags win the Super Bowl.
All right, I got one for you. If they beat the Chiefs, you got to get a Jaguars tattoo. You got to get a Jaguar on your ass tattoo.
I'll get a big one that covers both cheeks if that happens. You heard it here, folks. If they pull that shit off, I'll get it both cheeks covered.
I don't know.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't know. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Hey,
who knows? You know me.
He said it, not me. Come on, Jack.
I mean, Duffield County, Eric.
I do. Hey, I do have a lock in the country once we get to the playoffs.
Wait, what?
Dude, when they chanted Duval in that game was unreal. The whole stadium, I was like,
I said I have the lock of the century when we go to the playoffs.
Yeah, this fucking guy. All right. Well, okay, we got to talk about this because I'm excited now. We're the free agents now. Okay, everybody's probably been waiting. So Tom Brady's performance, how did you guys think he did?
Terrible.
He looked like a fucking 46-year-old on the field for once.
He did.
He did. He really did. He really did.
He didn't drink baby blood before the game. That's why they didn't have the supply.
But here's the thing, right? For him to be effective, they gotta have some sort of run game. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's a sitting duck in the pocket. So if you can't run the ball, people are
sitting. He's on a freaking wheelchair. Like, oh, where's Mike? Where's Mike? There's Mike. And throws it to him.
So he has to go to a situation where you can run the football. Like, he is not the same guy he was 6 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, he has to go to a good situation.
He still wasn't running the ball 6 years ago. Let's be honest.
No, but he was better with his arm. Like, he's getting older. Like, he's not as good as he was 6 years ago. You know what I mean? So, if he wants to win, and that's the reason why he's still playing, you know what I mean? That's what he says. So he has all the money in the world. Not now.
Or he's got to pay Giselle some badass child support that we don't know about.
Yeah, She's probably paying him money, bro.
I mean, she got more money than everybody, but you never know, man.
He's already. Who did he sign that big contract with? The media contract with is like $240 million or something.
CBS.
Yeah, he's already
CBS.
cutting that money right now. He's just taking chunks out of it, handing it off.
Well, Eric, if we're saying
sad day to see that.
if the way you explain it there, it would make sense for him to go to the Raiders.
No, I think
because you got Josh Jacobs.
I think at least for a year it'd be a good move. Like
not just Josh Jacobs, you got Josh McDaniels, who those two were like this in New England. So like,
there's a lot.
I know you're scissoring over there. I know, but they're like this.
There's a lot that's trending in that direction.
I love you so much. You know what?
And,
what did you say?
Wait, what did you say?
Said, I know you're over there doing this, but I'm saying they're doing that.
I said they kissed each other on the lips and told them how much they love each other.
They do.
But
I
interrupted, Eric. Eric, no, what were you saying though?
No, I was just saying there's a lot of things that are trending that way, and if you look at the betting odds, the least profitable spot for him to land next year is the Raiders at like plus 240, and then after that it's like plus 350, plus something.
Hey, did you see Miami hop down there? Miami was like plus 800. I'm like, really?
That was my second thing. Because Tua gets fucked. He's not coming back next year. You already got a whole fucking team around him.
Yeah, I mean that's another really good landing spot for him, and it's right down the road. Hop in the car, drive on down.
You gonna root for him?
Fuck no, not unless he's wearing that Raider jersey, baby.
Okay, that's what I was.
I don't even think you root for him as a Raider. I know the Raiders.
That's a tough one.
But that's Tom Brady, bro. I know you hate him with a burning passion.
That's the only situation.
Him and Dan Marino.
Wait, what?
I just thought of some more awful shit. Keep going.
I think you and I are on the same page, and I'm gonna let you say it so I don't get.
I said him and Dan Marino could get back to Dan's old days, and they could do coke together. That's why the Steelers didn't take him in the draft way back when the Dolphins took him. But anyways,
guy likes a party.
Hey, his nickname was Snowman at one point at Pitt. I was like, holy shit!
They like to build snowmans on campus out there in Oakland.
Listen, brother, it don't snow that much in Pittsburgh. We all know this.
There's enough to build little snowmen.
Holy shit.
Yeah, what you mean the 8-ball he's carrying in his backpack too, or what?
Yeah.
Yo, Big Dan's here with the fucking baggie, baby. All right. Anyways, let's see here. What else we got? Gino, where's Gino going? Gino resigning or what? I wasn't impressed. It's playoff.
You play the number one defense in the league, man. That was tough. They had to play 2 perfect halves of football to be even be in contention. They played 1 perfect half, but that's a tough situation. I think Gino resigns for maybe 1 at the max 2 years, but they're still going to draft the quarterback early. Maybe not the first round, but I think he stays there for a year or 2.
I think he stays put, unless I could see them like franchise tagging him or something.
Right.
But I don't know. Maybe there's a team out there. Maybe there's a team out there that wants to give him 3 years.
But he's 35, right?
Say that again.
How old is he?
32.
Yeah, I don't think he's.
He's only 32. Okay.
Yeah.
He's definitely due for another like a 3-year contract or something like that. I guess it depends on how much he wants to stay in Seattle. I mean, the offense was good pretty much all year. You know what I mean?
Dude, he broke Russ's record.
Yeah, they were solid all year. So, I have a buddy that I live with that's a huge Seahawks fan, and he said this was the most fun that he's had watching the Seahawks in like the last 10 years.
Right.
So
yeah, let Russ cook, baby. All the raw ramens and fucking raw hot dogs and a bowl of milk.
That doesn't sound like a good combo at all.
No, you watch him on the football field. That's what that dude was eating pregame.
Let's ride. But anyways, so I'm going to throw this out here, Eric. I think everybody that's been watching the show knows he hates the fucking Steelers. But this is what I wish they would have did, Josh. Okay. Get rid of Devin Bush. Okay.
Yep. I'm with you.
And this freak of a man, not just because his brother's on the team, but this freak of a man, 6'5", middle linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds from the Bills. That's who the Steelers should have fucking brought in instead of bringing Bush. Fucking, he's trash.
I'll tell you what though, Edmonds is a free agent now, right? And he's
gonna be.
he's gonna get a nice. I mean, he's nice. He's gonna get a very handsome contract.
Right.
I don't think he wants to leave Buffalo, man.
No. And Poyer's
who the
on
fuck
the
would?
too. Yeah.
Who the fuck would? I mean, like you legit have a potential chance to win a Super Bowl every year with that team.
Right.
Like, I mean, yeah, would it be cool to go back and play with my brother like we did in college? Sure. But Josh Allen, I hate to say this, listen, don't take this the wrong way. No Steeler fans take this the wrong way. But Josh Allen right now is about way up here compared to Kenny Pickett right now.
Just broke my fucking heart.
And I love Kenny. I will root for Kenny till the day I die, but I think it's kind of tough to beat Josh Allen right now.
You got to pick a side, man. You got to pick a side.
I'm just speaking the truth. I really am. I'm just speaking facts.
Last week we're talking about the second coming of Jesus Christ, and now this week,
yeah, the first one's Josh Allen.
Kenny Pickett.
He didn't impress me. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to piss some people off again.
Who?
The Bills did not impress me. The Bills did not impress me against the Dolphins.
No, the issue is the Bengals didn't impress me either. That's.
I mean, what the fuck was that? I was like, oh my god. I really would have liked them to have Hamlin come on the field. I think they would have blown him fucking out for sure. But I was just like, I think that, like I told you guys 2 episodes ago, and people probably aren't going to like it. I still think they were fucked up from that happening. I still think some guys that are not right in the head still from that.
I think Josh being one of them. I mean, Josh being one of them. We've seen him throughout the years make some boneheaded plays every now and then, trying to overdo it or something. But that's normal. He's got the arm strength. He's a super talented guy. Like he's gonna mess up every now and then. But it just seems like these things are just like very unlike him. So there's definitely some residual effect going on from that. There's no doubt about that.
That deep bomb, the first one, they aired it out down the field and they got intercepted. I'm like, holy fuck, this is gonna be a close game. That's when I knew he was not. There's something not right. And he hit the.
Let's not take anything away from Miami. I know they're not a cold weather team, being down in the fucking tip of Florida, but that defense is pretty good.
It is pretty good.
I think both those teams were kind of looking ahead to next week. The rematch between the 7-minute game that was played between the Bills and
was it actually 7?
I don't know. They didn't play very long. I know that. But Bills Bengals this week.
I'm a psychopath.
Okay.
I think they're both looking ahead a little bit, but no, neither team was impressive. But I'll wait to get into my lock of the century.
There was definitely lock of the century. Okay.
I'm actually kind of very nervous.
Break the piggy bank out, drop some cash on it.
Listen,
I have not.
Remember, fans, remember everybody that's listening, we're not responsible for you losing on Eric Matheson's bet.
We're gonna put that down below.
Hey, Eric, do I gotta bring up the rankings? I got 5 points.
Man, you're good.
You're gonna run the host at that again because people love that. We're gonna make you co-host again, or not the actual host, and then but at the bottom, I'm gonna put on the ticker the disclaimer because I don't want that shit. I don't need that much.
I don't need to lose fans. We don't want that.
Make sure you put though if we give them winners that they have to give us money though. Don't forget to put
at least 5.7%.
You have to donate to the fund.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah. Somebody said the GoFundMe app yet because that was not my job.
I never thought we could do that. Just other things here. Tony Pollard. We didn't touch on him in the free agent last week talk. Do you think he stays? I think he needs to leave. Get out of town.
Zeke's done, man. I think they're going to get rid of Zeke, man. I think they get rid of dude.
I don't know about his contract. That's what I'm.
Yeah, they could definitely. I would leave if I was Pollard. He could definitely get some money elsewhere. Like if you're the Cowboys, you can't afford to pay your running back and your backup running back huge chunks of change. Like Pollard's going to demand. Pollard is better than
Zeke, 100%. Yeah. I agree with you 100%.
And he's gonna demand some money. So if I was him, I would, depending on I don't want to go to a shit team and just collect money, but if you can go to a good team and collect money, might as well.
To be honest, I might go to a shit team and just wear it for a couple of years and collect $40 million and go home. Gonna be honest.
Like that.
Sorry, That's a lot of zeros, man. That's a lot of figures there. Set your family and your kids' family up for a long time.
Yeah, but typically, if you go to a team like that, you probably don't have a great offensive line. Maybe you don't have a good quarterback. You know, when you got a good offensive line, better chance.
Which Dallas does. That's why I think. I mean, Jerry Jones can't be happy with Zeke right now, and like that. I mean, he paid him expecting Zeke. No running back is going to continue what Zeke did for the first couple of years of his NFL career. That was unheard of what he did. So I think Jerry's looking at it and saying Pollard can catch the ball, he can run the ball, and he's pretty fucking fast. Why the fuck will we let him walk? And Jerry's going to start Jerry's going to start throwing some fucking money around it here. And damn, you almost signed OBJ. Like, fuck.
Yeah, but there's a cap space. You know, if teams don't like to pay any running backs a ton of money. If you're going to do two,
I don't know. Don't quote me on this. I don't know how much of that $72 million was guaranteed to Zeke.
He's still, regardless, he's getting.
Yeah. I would have to say at least $40 million was guaranteed at least.
So, I would like to see Pollard stay. I think he fits in that offense better. But when it comes to a business standpoint, he's probably gone.
Right.
Well, he signed a 6-year contract.
Who, Zeke?
Yeah.
I can't.
So I thought it was 4 for 70 something, but
6 for 90.
Oh, that's even better.
Cherry, what the fuck are you doing down there in Texas?
Total.
Well, the problem is though, Jerry's got that fucking Texas money, so he can spend as much as he wants.
Still a cap in the league. There's still a cap on the team though.
You think Jerry gives a damn about the cap?
He sends the cheerleaders to get out of office.
That's
Get
the
the
rules.
fuck out of here.
Guaranteed money, $50 million.
Yeah, so
that's fucking unheard of for a running back. I think
it is. Who else got paid that much as a running back? Even close to that.
And Dak got paid too. Like they got
Dak's getting $750 trillion.
You know, Eric, while you have the old telephone there that has a computer in it, and
yes, I do have.
People are still amazed by that we have that now. And people in this situation go, oh my God, I don't know. Well, dumb fuck, you got a computer in your phone now. Let's look it up. So we're going to use this option. What is? I want to know.
Good choice.
Derrick Henry. What's Derrick Henry's contract?
I can.
I just.
I bet I can find that for you here.
I would just love to see.
Make sure you spell Derrick right.
By a few clicks of the button. Oh, already got it. 4 years, $50 million.
For the best running back in the league.
See, now, that's a little absurd that they threw that kind of money at Zeke, and this freak of an athlete, Derrick Henry's not even. That
motherfucker's a mountain.
Right. Guaranteed.
So he's
Eric.
Guaranteed money, you're looking at $25 million.
That's stupid. The Cowboys are fucking idiots. That's
what I'm saying. They can't afford to do that.
They fucked themselves.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. They gotta eat it, man. They gotta eat the contract at this point. When did he sign that contract?
Let me see.
Zeke, not Derrick. Zeke.
Right. Yeah. It tells you when they have the option to. So he is gonna get paid. He has at least 3 more years left on it, and then he can get out at 27 or 2027.
Jerry,
that's fine.
Jerry, you made some bad mistakes, but mother.
That's like a Russell Wilson fucking contract.
Because if you guys remember, they were talking about, or at that time, they were talking about paying Dak or Zeke, and they paid Zeke, and then they put off a couple years, and then they paid Zach. But
didn't Dak get hurt that year though? Was that the year Dak blew out his freaking?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah,
but still paying a running back, you'll never see another running back contract like that. Like, no one pays.
Dude, even Derrick Henry's is a big contract for a running back. You might never see that again. And Derrick Henry earned that. That dude is still.
He is their offense.
King Henry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vrabel's got to put. Listen, Vrabel, if he puts 2 dips in, we got King Henry going for 2K.
Yeah, that's just fucking stupid, though, Eric. It just and just dude. I got to look at the. They don't have any other contracts on there. If the option, Lamar Jackson, you guys don't think it's going back to the Ravens though?
No.
I could see it. I don't know, but the sounds of things, like, I don't know. He doesn't sound like, as crazy as it sounds, he doesn't sound that like pissed off about the situation, which is strange. And I don't think that it helps that he doesn't have an agent that's trying to negotiate for him and everything. But whatever, each his own. So I'm not gonna lie, I saw somebody do a sick like Photoshop of him in a Raiders jersey. Boy, he looked good in it. I don't know how.
Could say that same shit about the Jets, the Colts, the fucking Saints.
Nah, he looks black.
I could see black. He would fit in perfect with the Raiders. I could see that.
I love watching. I don't know about him specifically, but just from watching Derek Carr for the last 9 years, he doesn't scramble at all, right? Seeing a guy who's a little bit mobile, like even Jared Stidham, he ran a lot the last couple of weeks that he played in the season. It was cool to watch, a different option of how you can get a first down. You don't have to pass it. The quarterback can actually run it if he has an opportunity to.
I fucking hate the RPO though.
No, I'm saying I'm in the pocket, someone's pressuring me. Derek Carr would just lay down because he couldn't do anything. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's cool.
Who runs the RPO?
He can't on Madden though.
Well, maybe he should watch film of himself on Madden.
Have you ever played Madden with him? I've never realized it is so fucking hard because he's left-handed. I just suck with him.
I do.
We played the buddy last night. I got shit on. I threw 7 interceptions because I couldn't I kept trying to run right-handed pass, plays. I'm going I just fucked it up. I'm throwing across the body. Looks like shit.
When you're left-handed, it makes it a lot easier.
I don't know about Joshy.
I am left-handed. I'm saying playing with two is what we're talking about here.
I know.
I ran the ball, and I think he had about 150 yards, and I got my ass kicked because I couldn't throw the fucking ball. But, it is what it is. He had 26 rushes as a quarterback. That's fucking insane.
Maybe that's why he has CTE now.
Bad mojo. Fuck. I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. All right. Eric, do you want to do your thing here? I'll get everything set up. And
time for the Rick Sauce show.
Do the
Come on, baby. Give me the floor.
Come on, baby. Give me the floor, he says. We'll give you a floor, sir.
There.
I'm not going to lie. I think it's not going to be exciting. I think there's going to be a lot of the same picks going on.
There goes.
But that's okay because I'm in the lead. So if you guys want to copy my picks, go ahead. You guys can't really catch me. So these are worth 2 points since it's round 2. Okay?
Okay.
So we will start.
Did we bet on this? I don't remember. Did we bet on this?
Yeah.
I believe we were going to put a 25 on it.
25. It has to be a $25 bill though. You had to find one.
All right, so none of us are getting paid. What's next?
I heard they made a few.
How the fuck? Keep going.
What about the winning part though?
Yeah, you got to put the winning part.
Yeah.
Don't forget about the winning part. Give me.
I'll put the disclaimer in the fucking. I'll put it in the description.
Yeah. All right, we'll start with you, Mr. Billy.
Mm-hmm.
Chiefs, Jaguars. Chiefs are an 8.5 point favorite.
Is he going to say the Jags? Is he going to say the Jags?
His chops. He just loves the Jags this weekend.
What would you? Okay, I'm going to be honest, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be a turning point if the Jaguars beat the Chiefs. I'd love to see it. I don't think it's going to happen.
It was a turning point last week when they beat the Chargers. Let's be honest.
If I'm going to say the Chiefs, but they're the underdogs. The Jaguars are, but I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
Josh, are you rocking with the Chiefs as well?
Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, I like Trevor, but I think his time comes to an end. I just think Kansas City is just Kansas City, man. They're they're good.
Yeah.
What do you want me to say? They're good.
If they lose, he has to cut his hair.
He's not going to cut his hair, though.
He should.
Josh, he has to shave his beard if the Jaguars win.
Oh, you guys. I'm going to do this. You guys can kiss both sides of my ass. This shit ain't coming out.
Is the tattoo going to be on there or no?
Jaguars tooth on my right cheek.
All right, I'm there. I can do that. All right. So clean sweep of the Chiefs. On to the next game on Saturday. We got Giants, Eagles. Eagles are 7.5-point favorites at home. Anyone have the stones to take the Giants?
I kind of want to.
Josh, you go ahead.
I want to, but they're also not playing a bad defense this week. They're playing probably 90% Jalen Hurts, but I think a 90% Jalen Hurts is better than a lot of other quarterbacks in the league. Not to mention the weapons and the Eagles front 7 or 8, man. You got Jordan Davis, all 500 pounds of him, sitting right there in the middle, tough to beat. I'm taking the Eagles.
Following suit.
I'm going to be honest, Eric. I think we could see a reincarnation of Eli Manning when they went on that Super Bowl run. But I do see the Eagles winning this. It would be, I think everybody would shit their fucking pants if the Giants win. Yeah. So I'm going Eagles.
Same. Clean sweep. Another one.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. The Eagles
too much firepower, man. Too much fire.
They got the boys back. They've had a week off.
Jalen Hurts sat for 2 weeks prior, right?
He's been out for a month, probably.
He's chilling.
He's healthy. He's fine. Give him a cortisone shot. Give him pop a couple pills, man. Go out there and do your thing. We'll do the same shit next week too.
I'm going to be honest, Eric. I'm going to be bold here also and throw in a stat. It doesn't have to be a part of the bet, but whatever. Fuck it. I'm going to say Jalen Hurts is going to have 50-plus rushing yards, and also I see him going 275 passing. I think he's just going to fucking light it up.
275.
I think he's just going to sling that shit to A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown's going to have
275 is kind of a light week for him, though.
I know. I'm just confident.
I mean, throw another 75 yards on there. I mean, that's a big game. That's a big game, boy. All right, so both games, unfortunately, we don't have any disagreements. This is where I think we'll have our first disagreement. We got Bills, Bengals. Bills at home, 5.5-point favorites going up against the Bengals. Like I said, rematch of that game. That was canceled very quickly. Who do you guys got?
Oh, God. I got a quarter. I'm going to flip a quarter real quick. Hold on.
Josh, I'll take it here, Josh.
Go ahead.
So I'm going to be honest.
People are coming to the show for our expertise. You can't be flipping quarters on show.
What do you think I do half the time anyway?
I'm going to be honest. I see how toxic the Bills fans are. I think a lot of them are going to be targeting T. Higgins, just how it is, because he was involved in the play. I think it's going to be a lot of toxicity. I think the Bills Mafia is just going to be even more fucking electric. I don't know how that's possible. I think there's going to be 1,000 tables smashed in the parking lot, and the Bills are just going to clear the fuck out of the Bengals.
Oh, dude.
Just fucking mop them. Burrow's going to get hurt as well.
Holy shit. You can't say that.
Tough weekend for the Bengals.
Fire alarm going off.
Oh, shit.
Oh, well, that's a first on the show, huh?
Wow, we got a first here, fellas.
We're clipping this. This is too much gold.
All right, Josh, give us your 2 picks before you bounce out of here.
Hold on.
I'm taking the Bengals.
Okay. And then what about the last game? Who do you got, Niners or Cowboys?
Oh, fucking Brock Purdy all over the Cowboys.
All right, get out of here.
All right, see you guys.
Bye.
Wow.
All right. All right. But for that, wait, what game was next, Eric? That
So let me go back. Since we got Josh, he took the Niners, he took the Bengals.
Yep. Okay.
This is kind of a contradicting statement.
Yes.
But 2 things can be true. I think the Bills win the game.
Okay.
But I absolutely love the Bengals plus 5.5. Lock of the century. I absolutely love it. I think the Bengals have a good shot at winning the game to begin with. I think they'll play them extremely tough. I think this is going to be a game that comes down to the wire.
Uh-huh.
I think a field goal wins it. So I think the Bengals lose, but they cover the spread. So that is definitely my favorite bet of the weekend. Definitely one that I'll be playing. We'll see what happens, though. So that's our only disagreement so far. Josh took the Bengals. Me and you got the Bills. And
yes.
Then Josh took the Niners against the Cowboys. They are 4-point favorites. Are you rocking with the Niners or the Cowgirls?
This is the one that fucking hurts. Yeah. I'm going go. Oh fuck, I can't. No, Eric, I don't know.
I mean,
Fuck it. We're gonna go with the 49ers. I don't like the Cowboys. I hate the Cowboys. Yep, they're gonna choke.
Yeah,
Cowboys
I
are gonna
mean,
choke.
I think you saw the Niners last week. They had that first half where they, I mean, reality, Seahawks played really well last week in the first half. No turnovers, no penalties. Played a really clean half, and they're in the game. But second half, you saw the Niners, who they are. They're tough, man. They're tough, and they were my pick to make the Super Bowl out of the NFC to begin with. So, of course, I'm rocking with the 49ers, which means we got another clean sweep. So, the only disagreement we have is Josh took Bengals. Me and you got Bills. Other than that, we're all on the same train there. If you want to parlay if you want to be on, me and your side here, you could parlay the Chiefs, Eagles, Bills, and Niners all together. That could get you some dough.
Right.
Throw a 50 burger on there, make a couple bucks. That'll definitely get you some plus money. But that's all we got on the old predictions, huh?
Well, the one thing I want to touch on, any yards parlays that you want to throw in there, any statistics that you're comfortable with. I know I just put you on the spot right
No,
there.
I mean I haven't had a chance.
Do you do that? Do you do yards?
Once in a while. It depends. For me, it's a little bit more difficult to do that because of the situation I'm in Florida, betting. I don't, FanDuel's not legal. Sports betting is not legal. So I have to go a little bit different of a route.
Okay.
And the route that I take is just a little bit harder to do props. But I mean, I think Dak will have some success against the 49ers defense. I think he'll be slinging it a lot because they're going to be losing. So I would take his over in passing yards. But outside of that, like I said, my favorite bet of the weekend is Bengals plus 5.5. They were in the Super Bowl last year. They started out a little slow, but they turned it back on. And I don't know how many games they've won in a row or how many they've won out of their last 10, but it's a lot. And I personally don't see that game getting away from them. I think they'll be within striking distance, and it'll be a tight one, field goal game for sure.
I do want to say this. We do have an update from Josh. The fire department is outside of his apartment, and he had to evacuate the apartment building. That was not a planned thing. I don't think you can even plan that. We didn't call the fucking, wherever the hell he's staying at there and say, hey, let's, add this funny little clip to the. No, I hope everything's okay over there.
Of course. Hopefully he got his beard grooming kit with him so he doesn't die.
I mean, it was a little concerning. And also the voice they chose as the alarm kind of terrified the fuck out of me and made the situation a little more terrifying.
Yeah, they got to change that to like a different accent or something. I don't know.
It sounded like an old man named Chester that, is speaking in your ear. I didn't. Yeah, no, I'm good on that. But Eric, I kind of think we just kind of ended on that. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, I mean, like I said, hopefully Josh got his comb and his beard grooming kit so he doesn't miss a day. I'd hate for him to miss a day and be upset tomorrow. So hopefully he picked that stuff up before he got out of the building. And outside of that, I don't know if anyone watched NBA tonight, but Steph, just ridiculous shit at the half they ended up losing in overtime.
Okay.
But he pickpocketed Jason Tatum and then just smashed a half quarter to end the half. And the dude is just ridiculous. You have to pick him up from almost half court. Literally ridiculous. But we'll get into more NBA once this NFL season ends.
Yeah, no, we have to. We have to. And the other thing is I think having him as well, and I don't give a fuck if we're still recording or not. I think having him on baseball, I'm not really having him on if he's available. Talk about some of that shit. That would be kind of cool. Not betting because he plays, but just talk about baseball. You know what I mean? So, disclaimer.
Baseball is definitely not my cup of tea. So, personally,
just to learn about it.
I get a little bored watching it. So, I don't watch too many games, but
I make it about 2 innings, then I fall asleep.
Yeah, if I'm at a game, I'm like, let's go have some drinks. Let's go watch 5 innings, and then let's go somewhere else. Go to the bar or the casino or something. I don't know.
Get a giant fucking nacho and just hang out.
I don't want to be here anymore, though. But
right.
But Josh, he likes it, so he can talk about it.
No. I'm still just trying to take in what the fuck happened here.
That was definitely a curveball there.
Yeah, a little shook. Definitely going to call him after to make sure everything's all right. Okay, but anyways, this is the Drew Bille Show here with co-host Eric Matheson. He's still on camera. If you, for some reason, were a jackass and you skipped to this point, I don't know why you would do that, but if you did, Josh is dealing with some crisis over there in the apartment complex. So, thoughts and prayers. Thank you to the fire department that is responding to that call. Again,
quick response time. I'll tell you what.
I don't know if they're right down the street or they just have substation. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but yeah, we're just gonna leave it at that. All gas, no brakes. Again, this is a Drew Bille Show with your host Drew Bille. Stay safe out there. Have a good day. Have a good night, and God bless. Eric, I appreciate it as always. We're gonna have to get in the group chat and see what the fuck's going on.
Yeah,
all right. I appreciate it. All right, thanks. All right, bye.